The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 41. Nasdaq's off 13. S&Ps are down 5. We have the gold contract trading up by $3.80 at $1,283 an ounce. Silver's up 27 cents, $18.42 an ounce. We got platinum up $9, $1,009 an ounce. Copper's on a run, man. Up another 4 pennies, $2.34 a pound. Light sweet crude's down 41 cents, $44.47 a barrel. Notes are flat at 129. Bonds, 30-year bond up 12 ticks, 162.31. King dollar down 48 ticks. Election day.
It is election day. We are here, finally.
We're here.
It is upon us.
2016, we are here. We get our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here at TFNN, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin and Scott, they got a great show. You want to understand options upside down?
You think they might have a little something to talk about today?
Oh,
maybe?
man. They had that. They had a lot of. They had the. I believe they call it the IMX number that coming out. The TD Ameritrade come out yesterday at 11:30. That was fun watching that, how that comes across. Next Wednesday night, folks, Thursday and Friday, Kevin, the whole crowd from TD Ameritrade, Tommy, myself. We're going to be at Caesars Palace, the Traders Expo. Come out and visit us. It's going to be a great time.
That's right.
If you happen to be out there. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How's everybody doing?
Morning.
Well, today's the day, finally.
Finally.
This is it, man. This is all she wrote. And as traders, folks, you know, what happens is that, guess what? We're going to wake up tomorrow and still be trading.
Yeah. When everything's going to be fine, you know? Usually the
And there's gonna be a
anticipation
few
for things is
swings
always the
in
build-up.
futures tonight.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. We'll have some fun with the futures tonight. There's no doubt about that.
That's going to be like the second screen, right? You got the election screen, and then you got the action screen of the market.
I got to totally, well, you know, my house is set. I got to totally set up my house. I got the screen up there, and I got the screen to the right-hand side, so I can watch the TV and watch the market simultaneously.
It's made for a night like tonight.
It's pretty.
You know, who knows what this is going to be, right?
That's,
And
you got to
here's-
have that mentality.
Everyone keeps asking, right, you got to be ready to make the, you know, let this market make a move and then act on that.
Yes.
Right? You got to keep your powder dry. You got to keep your exposure to a minimum. And then you got to be ready for whatever curveball this market throws at you.
This is what's so cool, folks, about, you know, if you're a long-term investor, this is a lot harder to do. And I'm really speaking to people that trade. What Kevin just said, this is so important, because when I was in here this morning, I'm looking, and the key is really flattening out before this. And don't think about missing a move, folks, because what will happen is this. When you have high volatility like this, you'll make the move, then you can trade the move.
Sure.
And it's much
It's not like volatility is going to go away in 24 hours,
No,
right?
it's
Yeah,
much
for
easier.
sure.
It's much easier trading the move
For
than
sure.
walking in, you know, saying I'm going to put it on red and green. It's like, hey, let the move happen, man, and then you can trade it.
You know, if you want to make some like defined risk trades option, you know, that's another way to do
different.
it.
No,
Right,
that's
for
for sure.
sure. But I'm with you. Where
And the
the
option
potential
market-
for just huge explosive moves, almost limitless. Like, you know, tell me how far if there's a surprise, and there, you know, use your imagination. How many surprises can there be? A lot, unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
And man, to figure out the limits of where the market could pop on those is I'd call it impossible, right?
Yeah.
And you know, Tommy, the old saying is, I don't want to be a bug on the windshield of this move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Sure.
don't want this just freight train right over the top of me.
Sure.
Or I'd rather either fade the move, wait late in the move and fade it, or get on it as it goes.
Yeah.
Whichever way you're better at. You know, some people were good at, I've seen guys good at getting on moves. They like to trade the momentum. Some guys like to wait and fade moves.
Yes.
And then trade that. So whatever way you're good at, great. You know, go to your strength. But, yeah, let this market make the first move, is my opinion.
There's no doubt, because what we will have, folks, is a two-sided market. That,
There's going to be pops both ways.
It
right?
is. Yesterday was a one-way deal, but this will be a two-sided deal. Whether
for sure.
Whether it goes down 50 points, up 50 points, it'll be a two-sided market.
I agree.
Just because there's been plenty of
There's going to be a constant flow of news, too.
is.
You know, like big states are going to break. Florida's on the early side, actually. And then you have, as they go further west, of course, later
more
and
than
later.
More than half the people in Florida already voted.
It's
early.
pretty cool,
That's pretty intense.
I read something that, whether it was yesterday or the day before, that more people had already voted at that point than voted in the entire Gore-Bush election, which is just cool that
pretty
people
intense.
no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, Florida. Needless to say, Florida is a big state.
Yeah.
You guys are on the pulse of this election.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's to put it, I believe it's us and North Carolina are two of the biggest in terms of how they fall. And so those will come in, and we'll see what happens.
Then Ohio, New Hampshire, a bunch of those that.
But like we know too, we've seen it. There's always uncertainty, right? People are going to come out. They're going to think one thing. There's probably going to be some network that's going to jump the gun. They're going to say something that scares people. Then everyone's going to say we haven't confirmed that yet. There's all that potential. Seriously, we've seen it every single. It's not outlandish, to see that tonight at all.
What a great day to have a show about trade repair.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. So that's what we'll be talking about today. We're going to be talking about, it's easy to get in and get out of trades that go perfectly well, right? Those are the easy ones. But what happens? What do you do if the trade doesn't go well?
Right.
We're going to show you ways to repair not a bad trade, but a trade that didn't go in your direction.
Sure. Got to be able to manage it, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right here, folks. 12 noon today, Eastern Standard Time. Get it right in your cell phone. TFNN.com. Hit Tiger TV. Kevin, have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show at noon, and we look forward to speaking to you tomorrow morning.
Always a pleasure, guys. Have a great day.
You too. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's down 41. Nasdaq's off 17. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 33. You get the Nasdaq off 16. S&Ps are off 7. And, bottom line is that, with the market open to 4, too, my take is it's going to be a flat market out there. But the more I think about it, says, you know what, 4 is a long time from 10 o'clock in the morning.
There would have to be, and I agree, like there's definitely potential.
Yeah.
And it would have to be something, though, news driven, right? Where I don't see it happening out of nowhere, but there could definitely be stories like, they're already challenging voter something here from both parties.
I wonder if they locked Comey up for the day. I'm telling you, man.
No, but on a serious level, there can be always news stories, these candidates, you can always, file injunctions, right? What I mean? There can be news that breaks or something like that.
Yeah.
That could be something, a definite, real possibility that and probably for no reason, as in that stuff's probably not going to have a real effect, but it would just be enough fuel
short-term effect,
to get things going.
Yeah, push that market
in
around.
either way of a fear direction.
Right.
Yeah.
So here, let's look at this for a second, because this is really intriguing. HTZ, where do you see this, folks? Okay, and I know this is about depreciation, that's what they're claiming, but Hertz just got cut in half.
Not a good day for them.
No. So check this out.
Regardless of what happens in the election.
Isn't this amazing? Okay, it was $35 stock yesterday. It's a $17.60 stock today. Let's just read. I want to read what they're claiming, okay?
Number 11, the one you clicked?
So let's see. So Hertz shares plummeted the most ever after the rental car company reported a third quarter profit that badly trailed analyst estimates and a cut annual forecast, blaming a decline of revenue and a drop in the value of its cars. The stock fell 40%, more than 40%. Adjusted profit was $1.58 a share. The company also reduced full earnings outlook.
Yeah, it was supposed to come in at 273. They reduced the outlook to a range of, now this looks like the big one, right? 51 to 88 cents. After just in August, they said 275 to 350.
Right. And so Hertz was hit hard because management had to adjust how much it depreciates the value of the cars in the fleet, which fell more than the company expected. The depreciation cost, man, inside a balance sheet is so important. Sure. I know. And
balance sheet is everything, right?
It is. And what happens, folks, is that depreciation is there for a reason. And in cars, they depreciate, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're running a company, you better make sure that, guess what? That you better depreciate things as they go along, not immediately, or not like this.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm really thinking about and wondering about, though, is like an Uber deal hurting Hertz, too. You know what I mean?
There's a lot in their business, I'm sure. Right.
Yeah.
I would agree. And that's a tough business as is, and they're the premium brand in that business, but is that really going to carry forward when, just like you say, there's so many other options for affordable pricing? They get a premium, because they are probably the premium company in terms of best service, all that stuff.
Right.
We got a special caller on the line. Look who we have.
Hey, we got our man Larry. Larry Pesavento, what's going on, brother? Larry.
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
There he is.
We certainly can, man.
Okay, I need your collective minds. One of my neighbors here in the neighborhood wants to make a bet on the upset of the century. And I was wondering, could you select a put for him with the December strike, call date? But he wants to buy a put for December. What would you suggest? He wants to spend $5,000.
$5,000, man.
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a lot of money to put.
Yeah, well, he's a player. He can afford it.
So let's see what we got.
It's quite an insurance policy.
Yeah, let's see what they're going. So, if we go to the SPY, and we're going to go out to, he wants to go out to December. So the SPY's trading at 212.
Okay.
So let's see here.
How low do these?
They go quite low, but I think the way to do this is that
Just because I'm only seeing 205 there, maybe.
Right. There's two different ways that if he's putting it on red or black, basically, folks. Okay, so there's a couple ways of doing this. You could go totally out of the money and hope that you really get thousands and thousands, but your probability of losing everything is pretty dramatic on that one. Versus going in the money and paying the premium, which right now is not that bad actually. At least getting something back.
How much that cost?
Well, you could get every 100 shares right now of, in the money would be $4.70 approximately, which is not
about
bad.
$5. Go to the 213.
213, $5.
So about $5.
Which isn't bad because what would end up happening is that you get
means 5 S&P points for a decent amount of
So
time.
you'd be buying a December 213 put.
Yeah.
213 at about 5, just over 506 by 510 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I told him that you were the one, so you're going to be responsible if it doesn't work. Okay.
No problem.
We're here to predict election markets, right? Yeah. So easy today, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah,
Hey, defined risk no matter what. I mean, that's a big number, but anybody could, 10, 100.
The cool thing is, so realistically, what happens with something like this, when you're at the money, I mean, you're really trading the SPY, and I can picture the SPY between now and December going down 10 points and up 10 points anyway, which is pretty cool. So,
it could do that like in the next 12 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so that's not a bad trade,
right.
really. Do you know what I mean?
Agree. Right.
What happens, folks, is that where you can go wrong in the option market if you buy way out of the money ones, because then it's just saying you will make a lot more money if, in fact, the strike comes down to 170 or something, because you're not going to pay anything for them.
Sure.
But the reality is that most of the time you're throwing that, the risk is much higher.
Your break even's about 208, right? Whereas if you go for even the 205s, you're paying like $3, so that means your break even's going to be 202.
Right.
So see how quick, right away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And most times when people do it, I'm sure there's plenty of people here. We can actually see it. If I take, let me see this here. So strikes. Give me more strikes. How am I going to get more strikes on this thing?
Maybe we'll figure that out during the break. Right?
Yeah, I'll try to get more strikes because there's a lot of people right now. So the most active strike here this morning is the 210. 11,000 contracts have already been sold
for the put.
Yeah, 210s. 205s, you get 3,300 that have been done. On the call aspect, you're up at
213.
213,
right, pretty much
right at it. So there's definitely a lot of action out here.
That would make sense, right?
Yeah.
Because it can be insurance too, in terms of if you're petrified and you have a huge exposure right now to S&P stocks, then that's an insurance policy.
No,
buy yourself some puts and leverage off some of that risk at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally.
He's not thinking that way.
I know, but that's a way people should be thinking too, no matter what. They can both be.
I tried to talk him out of it. So, anyway, thank you for the information and keep up the good work, fellas.
Thanks, Larry.
Thanks,
you too,
Larry.
man.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. There's going to be a lot of that out there today.
You think Larry will be up watching the markets tonight?
Larry's always up.
That's right.
And folks,
maybe some Fibonacci 24/7 charts coming across.
If you haven't test drove Larry's
go sign
newsletter,
up.
go do it. I'm telling you, man.
$97 comes with a money-back guarantee for 30 days if you're new in there. Right. And you get access to his reports. And I'm sure whether it's tonight or this week, he'll have some good posts coming across.
They're always good. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is down 27. Nasdaq's off 12. S&P's down 6. We're going to be right back all night long.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 27, Nasdaq's up 11, S&P's are down 6. It was a question in the den about do you have access to the Dow Jones transports? They are down 147 or 1.7%, TRAN, I believe. I'm sure a lot has to do with Hertz. Let's see what's in these first. So the Dow Jones transportation.
There's a couple.
Oh, there it is. Okay, There we go. Yeah. So
Good. Yeah.
Look at that. That's interesting. No. Look at the leg.
What's the second one? The second one is Carr.
Oh, yeah. That's Avis. So check this out. This is pretty intense. This is a great question. So out of these, let's see how many are in them first. So there's only 3 that are positive.
Yeah.
So Matson Inc. is
Put it in the
down
description.
11.
That's
Yeah,
good
let's
idea.
see what that is. So Matson Inc., Transportation and Logistics. The company provides multi-modal transportation models in North America, domestic, international. Doesn't tell us much, does it?
No.
Okay, so 1 second. So TRAN. So Avis is a big mover down. So MATX is down 26%.
Carr, which is Avis.
Carr, which is Avis.
15%.
Yeah. Expedia.
I mean, that's a big number when Expedia is such a huge company, down 2.3%.
It is. And then Delta is down.
And maybe that's an Expedia Delta deal. I'm sure that might not be tied into the Hertz deal, but guess what? If like Expedia and the airlines are getting hit at the same time that Avis and Hertz are getting hit, that's quite a...
Right, and what did happen yesterday, folks, was that the LUV, so Southwest Airlines, finally got a deal going with their pilots. Now, they've been fighting for 4 years.
Okay.
The deal is pretty extensive. The deal is a 30% raise.
Okay.
Over the next 3 years, I believe, and that takes into account the last few years where they didn't get anything.
Sure.
But that's a big kick up.
Sure.
And what's happening is that Delta is next in line for this negotiation.
Okay.
You know, so that's probably has something to do with it too.
Sure.
Let's go look at car again though. This is, man. That's so funny, huh?
Yeah.
Hold it. I get the wrong thing up there.
Where are you?
CAR. I don't know, but we know that car's down more than that.
There we go.
There it is. Okay, so car's down 561. Because Hertz is not going to be the only one that's getting taken to the cleaners. Yeah, see, this is going to be an ABC down too. This is a potential ABC down. You get a high volume low at $21. You're at 33 right now.
Can you go to the? Sorry, keep going.
You're down from 70.
Sure,
So-
no, for sure. Can you just go to the news for Avis for this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to see how it carries over. Yeah, I mean, same, right, first one, Avis budget whacked after Hertz guidance dud.
Yeah.
Avis, alert for Avis, just an alert, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're in Avis, right, and that news comes out to Hertz, you'd consider selling it at a minimum, I'd say. So
Yeah.
there you go. Of course, it's going to be down.
Before-
It's going to be more sellers than buyers today with that news out. That's
Oh
for sure.
man!
Yeah.
Before more comes out, there's
Right?
no two ways about it, man. So as Tommy and I were talking about cars, guess what, folks?
What?
The gold contract. Check it out.
How does that go from cars to gold? So
I have no idea, but
well, you made it like that was going to be like a transitional leap. But go ahead.
As we're yapping about cars, gold just took off topside.
Man.
Look at this. Seriously, what a trip.
Yeah.
So gold, folks, just went from $12.82 to $12.90, up $11.20.
Yep.
This is going to be wild watching this thing shake out. So,
Maybe everyone's starting to fear the actual reality of the election results coming in tonight as the day progresses.
Evidently. You know, you get the GDX just went from, let's see where she is. Well, you're into the gap, so this is pretty cool. So the GDX is into the gap, number one. That gives, we're 24.65. It has a few more, another 30 cents into it just to close that gap up. So there's no doubt that we're going to be getting, that volatility is going to continue out here. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, we can see it, I'd say, with that type of a quick move.
Yeah. Last night, you had Franco-Nevada come out with numbers. So Franco-Nevada right now is up $1.46. Good numbers. They come out with decent numbers. They let's see. Franco-Nevada boasts 2016 mineral assets. They saw 445,000 to 455.
They're just kind of upping a little bit their mineral assets, but it looks like earnings per share 30 versus 25.
Yeah.
They beat on revenue by about 10 million.
That'd be kind of nice, wouldn't it?
I know. And 10 million usually gets lost in the shuffle, but in reality, they were supposed to come in at 160. It's 10%. You're talking about like a 7% increase,
Right.
So that's a big number for sure.
Right.
That's real cash that will matter to a company.
Cash
like
number
that.
coming in, no doubt. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market. And at this point, we're still on a low volume deal, folks. Bank of America down 12. Hertz is the leader, down 18, man. That's sick. Oh, look at CVS Health. We're going to look at that, down 11.
Slowing prescriptions. I think maybe I've been hearing headlines. I haven't read a story about this yet, but maybe this is why I keep hearing that. They have all these online. You can join, online sites for your meds. Maybe you don't need to walk into a CVS these days.
Right.
They're getting more and more.
So-
Everything's facing competition, right? Whether it's Hertz, we're talking about Uber. Whether it's CVS, we've all seen the commercials. Maybe just in Florida because I know we have a more elderly, right? Where there was meds, but I see them all the time in terms of prescription plans, or online type savings,
No doubt.
and completely legitimate, right? I mean, that's where you can use your insurance even and all that stuff.
So look at this, folks. Okay, so you're down $11. This is a market that wants to go lower, man. You don't stocks don't drop out of bed like this without the whole market going downtown. So this equity here is $113 last August. You talk about a drop out of bed, and you're at 72. It has a high volume low at 64. Let me see this on a monthly. Wow. This went up with no volume, so there's nothing to stop this on the way down. Like 62 looks like game. I mean,
Sure.
There's it's great when you go up and it's a non-stop deal, but once you turn,
Sure.
there's no foundation.
Sure.
And man, in the movie we're just looking at Hertz, Tommy and I, at the commercial break, we're like, wow, man, How do you go from $120? You know, well, you know, we did it.
Because it just went from like 38 to 19, but it was just at 120 2 years ago.
Right.
So back it up even more.
Yeah, no, we'll put it on a 2-year. There it is.
A little bit more even. Just it was about 3 years, but and there you go. That's quite a decline straight away.
August of 2014, $125.
2 years.
It's a one-way trip, man. One-way trip downtown. Pretty intense.
90% lost in 2 years.
And that's not an internet company. You know,
right. I think that's the problem, though, is that they're in the business
agree.
that, guess what, internet companies, especially probably Uber. I mean, you know, you talk about you can get some good deals, and we were having the conversation that, you know, they're the premium, you get good deals, but guess what? Even like $70, $80 for a weekend, which is a decent rental price.
Sure.
That's a lot of Uber rides.
And you don't have to drive. You don't have to park.
That's $10, $8 Uber rides.
You don't pay for gas. You're not parking. Time.
Right.
All of it. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is down 23. Nasdaq's down 7. S&Ps are off 5. We're going to break back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 28. You get the Nasdaq off 9. S&Ps are off 6.5. We have gold up $9. You got silver up 47 cents.
Hey, before you jump around, I was just going to say, I was looking even in my phone. So did you read the story about how banks weren't doing the private offerings for Uber? We're talking about Uber so much, it got on my head. Did you read? I wanted to get the companies right as we talk about it. So JP Morgan and Deutsche Bank turned down the opportunity to do a private placement for Uber.
Okay.
And the interesting part of the story is that basically the reason why they did is because the private placement comes with zero financials, basically. No income, no nothing, investing in a company valued at like $69 billion.
Right.
And you need to put up the money first before they tell you like anything. And so they worried that, you know, number one, I'm sure you worry about that anyway. I guess Deutsche Bank had never done a private placement to their private wealth division or something, so that's a big deal. And they're worried a little bit just about, I think, the IPO market.
The transparency, yeah, right.
They didn't even delve into that. They thought the transparency would make it difficult to move it.
Okay.
And that's probably why, not that they felt that they could move it and that they weren't justified, because it comes with, there was a 290 pages, 21 pages is like a risk, which is probably just a generic, you know, anything can happen. We're in business. We have competitors. Those competitors might just do a better job than we do, and we lose all our money. I mean, that's a legitimate risk in any business. What was interesting in here as well, so, I mean, obviously the banks want to get into Uber. I mean, they're a $69 billion company. They'd be worth more than 90% of the S&P 500 companies right now if they went public. Talk about, like, cementing your job with a good company. And then the other one, so they said they were worried just the tech sector's too, it's too many companies, too high of a value right now. Was playing into it too. And there were, let me get this right, 144 companies valued at more than $1 billion for private. Almost 150 companies that are billion-dollar companies
that are private.
And guess what? That probably means that maybe there aren't 150 companies that are worth $1 billion.
For sure.
Right? You know, in terms of that will actually go to IPO. But so anyway, talking about Uber for all that, I mean, what a life to be able to raise money at a $70 billion valuation and don't tell anybody how much money you make.
I know.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we know that we happen to like Uber, okay?
We love it.
But we know
that's
that
crazy.
You're coming into cities, and the regulatory aspect is there. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no two ways about it.
Especially at that high of valuation, there's risk. I mean, you know, crazy. But guess what? If you know those private wealth individuals, that's probably a phenomenal investment.
Oh yeah,
realistically,
they're looking for 1 to 10, 1 to 100,
and there's risk on anything, right?
Let's go to Reddy in Mount Vernon, New York. Hey, Reddy, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, Tom. I have a quick question, Tom. This is a general market question.
Yes.
For example, talking about tech stocks, I do trade some tech stocks, you know, who are into data visualization tools, databases, and things like that.
Yes.
I was looking at Workday and Now, which is ServiceNow. Those are the two stocks that I traditionally follow them.
Okay.
And Now was at $90 a week and a half ago, and I knew it was a short right away. And when I went into the market and tried to buy some puts, the ask and bid spreads were so high. I mean, at least $100. You're talking about at least $100. I was in a condition that should I lose that $100 and take this put, or how do you deal with situations like that?
Okay, so explain to me when you say, like, I have the Now, which is ServiceNow, folks. So I have the option chain up.
I'm just saying maybe there could be like a full dollar spread there between the bid and the ask.
Oh, I got it.
That's
So you're saying, was there a dollar spread? Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so in some of these, I can see it right now.
It's probably because of these numbers, right?
What happens is that you have an option market with no liquidity.
Yeah.
So you don't trade options in that market.
It's tough. We're looking at the volume. I mean, there's barely anything on any different values, really.
They don't have an option market going. Right.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I knew that it was a short at 90, but I still couldn't resist. You know, I just wanted to ask, how do you deal with situations like this?
It's tough to get out, right? I mean, and you're paying more of a premium to get in, but guess what? That might be worth it, you know, especially if you think it's a great short, but maybe just consider that you might have trouble getting out. And that might be okay. You might say, I'll just ride it, you know, and let it play out. But, you know, if you want to get out, you're going to pay a heavier premium because there's so little liquidity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you like to do is get into options that are liquid, just like equities.
Yeah.
And then you're in great shape, man. You know.
Thank you very much.
Cooking, brother.
Thank you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Have a good day.
You too. And what has happened over the course of years, which is just amazing, you know, if you're trading the SPYs, if you're trading the IWM, you're trading the Qs, those folks only have 1 to 2 pennies.
Sure.
That's all which is just beautiful. Now, it's pretty amazing, actually, when you're talking a high price.
Oh, it is. And I completely agree with you, right? Because if you're going to be trading them, that's where really it's tough because you're paying that big premium on the way in, and then if you're going to get out, you're going to pay it again on the way out. And so you really need to beat the market there to profit.
Right.
But the other side of that, right? So here's the other side. When there's huge volume, the market is at its fairest because there's so much demand, right?
Right.
If you find a low liquidity stock, there might be a potential that stock doesn't have the same type of correct pricing, right? With massive amounts of supply and demand equilibrium. So maybe, you see something, there's a huge advantage. You say, man, this isn't even liquid. I think the stock is just going to tank soon. Maybe it's worth it there. And you might get some kind of action there.
No, it is.
I'm just putting that,
it is worth it. I've done that on the gold stocks, and it is worth it.
Same. You can see where smaller stocks could have bigger moves, in that potential. So there's risk, there's reward with everything. And that's where,
And if you're going to do that, folks, the way to do it is that you say you get the bid and the offer.
Can we go back? Sorry, just go back to now. I'm curious what the daily volume on the equity actually is.
What would happen
as we look at it?
So the equity is pretty good, 252,000 already. All right. So if you're going into it now, and let's just say that this is but I've done a couple of these years ago when gold first started, and what I did is this: you have the bid and the offer. What you don't do is just don't go for the offer. What you do is you go into the bid, and you got to make sure that if you have TD Ameritrade, there's other broker dealers that can do the same thing, that you can be the bid and the offer.
Sure.
Okay, that's important.
Direct access to
right, and then you leave the bid out there all day long. So I would bid.
Sure, yeah. Okay? You're putting your price in.
I'm
and
putting
letting
my price
come
in.
to you either way.
That's right.
I mean, because you can see they're $1 here, but if you go really like an outlier, right? I mean, this is where if you want like one of these bigger ones, I mean, look at that market. That's not fair. You know what I mean? The equilibrium is somewhere in the middle. But
we're looking at a market that says 290 to 670.
Yeah,
folks.
and so you'd be foolish to initiate a trade on either side of that market.
Right.
Because at least one side is dramatically off base, if not both.
Oh, yeah.
If not both, if it's just straddled evenly, would be an extreme spread.
Exactly.
For sure.
And you leave it in there all day, and guess what? What does happen at the end of the day is when you do that, and you get most of the time it will not get hit until the very end of the day, and then the option market maker saying, "Okay, I'll take it." You know what I mean?
Sure.
And if they're doing that, what they're doing is that they're also offsetting that immediately. They should be anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As we're talking, let's take a look at. There goes Hecla. So Hecla's this is up 51 cents. I think they come out with numbers. Yeah. So Hecla. So Hecla Mining. The estimate was look at this. The estimate was 167 million. They took in 179 million.
Pretty similar to the other company we're just checking out.
That's the top line. Bottom line, 6 cents. They made 7 cents. Their production, 52,126 ounces of gold. That's a big production because they're a silver miner too. So
and just before you get away, that was their third quarter, 52,000. But look at when you look at the fiscal year, 582,000 gold production.
Oof.
Yeah. I wonder how that plays in. I know they have seasonals.
It's big. It's a big number. They're opening a new mine, I believe.
Okay.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks, and I want to thank Duffy in the den. So check this out, folks. Okay, we had gold zoom up. Copper is up 2.4%. There's something happening inside these commodity markets.
Not to mention nickel too, right there. But go for it.
Nickel's up 6.5%. This is a monster move. Seriously. So that's per pound. That's like 230 to 237 per pound.
It's huge.
We were at 209 on the 24th of October. So
thankfully, we don't need copper running TFNN. Otherwise, that would be quite a rise in those costs.
It'd be quite a rise. Well,
if you have fixed costs in copper, that's a tough one.
It is, and what happens inside the copper market in general, which is really good for the economies, is that bottom line. They say when copper goes up, guess what? What's going to happen?
The economy's rocking.
The economy's going up. And the big thing with HG. So if we take a look at it, I'm going to put this on a continuous contract for like 4 years, and you're going to see that bottom line is that 2013 we're at 379. You went straight down to 193.
Yeah.
And what this was supposed to be all about is that the Chinese weren't buying as much copper to build.
Okay.
Well, guess what? They must be buying copper again.
Yeah.
That's how that shakes out, and of course that's going to come back to the good old U.S. dollar also. And the dollar right now is 73.6. Nothing. Volatility's out here though, because look at the gold market. Gold was just up $10. Now it's only up $4.50. The GDX was up. GDX, man, this is going to be intense. So this volatility is happening out here. So the GDX. When we started the show, it was right where we were, $24.23. It hit $24.68, and it's right back down here again. So
the roller coaster ride has begun.
There's the first rumor.
And I think they'll have rumors, right? Because they have polling. They're trying to poll people, exit polls. Where exit polls. I mean, people are voting. They're trying to. So they're going to be trying to break exit polls in the states that matter.
And there's the first
it's
one.
all going to be speculation.
There's the first one right there, man. I mean,
it's all going to be speculation.
That pushed it around. One of the headlines coming across Bloomberg, it says, Brexit scars make Wall Street masters timid in this election
You should fear
process.
the unknown, and today the unknown is out there, man. Anybody who tells you they know what's going to happen, take a giant step backwards for a moment and examine that statement. And that's, the same way. Be careful today, right? Anything can happen. There'll be rumors. But no matter what happens today, it's all speculation, man. And the numbers are going to come in tonight when the polls start closing.
Right.
So realistically, it's all lead up speculation no matter what happens and you hear out there until those polls start closing, until about 7 o'clock.
Until the numbers come
7, 8, 9. That's the action.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard. 7, 8, 9. Because I think 16 states close at 8, but 7 o'clock might be Florida.
Okay.
So that's where it's gonna be a constant. 7, 8, 9, and then hopefully by about 10 o'clock we're gonna know everything, which is just amazing that everything rolls in that quickly. after the build-up. You know that you literally have nothing, and we have some early voting numbers, but in context, we kind of have nothing.
Right.
And in the span of 2 to 3 hours, we have everything.
And guess what, folks? The futures are open. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform,
buy your popcorn. They're saying
time to do it. Oh, we're getting our popcorn, man. That popcorn's coming home with me tonight. No doubt.
You got it.
And check out the Nadex platform, folks, okay? A great time to really test drive it. You know, you can come over to our website, hit the platform, bring it up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money to your account, and, you know, you can trade these defined option contracts.
And just even as you're saying it, under breaking news on the front page of TFNN, election day trading with binary options, just checking out some of the S&P contracts, same thing we were talking about. You could go short in there.
I like
and
it.
Just checking out the risk reward. Yeah, you like that graphic? You got to protect yourself. Be wary.
I love it.
There we go.
You stay right there, folks. And man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Of course, then we're going to the Thinkorswim headquarters. Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, and of course, we got Andy coming back. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Thanks, pal. Make sure you go vote,
Go
folks.
vote.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.